Hello everyone, hope you are all doing well. So today I will talk about a simple project of Bookshop. This type of programming code is created by me, and this is a simple project that I want to show you that how in a simple way we can create a bookshop using C program, and the code that is actually implemented here by some specific and unique data types such as custom data types and other data types too. I think this will help you to implement the bookshop programming, that is programming with C, and this will help you to build up skills, some unique skills which will be better for your future planning in any project or any other minor project, or it may be a major project. This type of simple skills or simplest way will help you to build your uh, skills and experience too. So without saying anything, let's see how the code is implemented. So this is the cover page of the simple project of Bookshop, and now I will uh, come to below, and by coming here you can see some of the header files that I have included here, which are stdio, onio, stdlib and string.h. These all header files are needed to implement this code, and the predefined functions which are actually included within these header files. These predefined functions are very important here to establish a relation, to create a project for establishing a relation. These predefined functions are very necessary here, and to build a concrete output. You can see here I have used some variables. These are globally declared, and as well as type def struct. These are custom data types. So I have uh, accomplished to make the simple code by using these custom data types. The simplest way to access any books or author's name, it may be either in a big in size, but it will help you to whatever the size may be, this struct members or struct data type as a custom data type, it will help you to establish a relation or the book that you want to include for the customers sales, the record lists, this everything, the big and vast things you can include through the simplest way in case of struct by using the custom data type as a struct members. And through this size, if you maintain a fixed size by mentioning the size number within the index or subscript of the array, you can access all these. You can see this all these informations within the output or console app. So by the way, you can see these things here. These are the book custody. That means you are keeping all the book information, book name and the author's name within this struct members custody, and by giving a fixed size of array, that means within this memory size you are storing all these informations. Next you could see I have used a small concept of linked list too. uh, the the main case or the main importance of this linked list here is to show the serial number step by step. That means if you are a first customer, you need to include as a the shop seller who will sell the book to you will include here one as a customer number one, and then after that if the second customer came, you will be the customer number two, and as well as in this way 3 4 5 6 everything will be recorded in a list. But uh, other than the bookshop, my one is quite different. I have implemented this C programming code in a different way. Next you will see the output here, then you will realize and you will understand what I have made a change here. Next you can see the customer input. This function will help you to take the customer name and the customer number as well. That means what I have told here, the customer number is the serial number. That means you are the first customer. In this input you will write 1 as a serial number, and through this uh, concept of linked list, this is the address, that means the pointer that you have declared as a struct members, and this index is the data, that means it is pointing the data members as you have declared a pointer, and this value will store within this data. That means this pointer is pointing index, and this within this index variable you are storing the new value. That means new value, I am telling about new value is that it will hold the customer serial number, and the linked list formation starts here. First one, first and rear will first and rear, you can see the first and rear, it will the both, and if it is null, the both rear and first will point to ptr, that means the new address, and you have to close the next address, the next part, that means the next variable address. For that you need to use null, otherwise in the output the system memory will give infinite numbers, and you and so unlimited numbers that you cannot make it stop in any way. If you want to stop, you need to close the console app. Next you could see, if this is not null, then it will come into the else part, and again it will form node by node, and it will connect each of the nodes, and after connecting each of the nodes it will access each of the numbers which is kept within each memory location of the node, specific node. So we can tell it's a single linked list concept. Next you could see the void set information. In here you will get all the all the information about books, how much price you have, uh, how much price you want to buy the book, in which price, or what is the unit price of each pages, that means per pages of unit price, and the copies of the book, if the copies of the book is 1000, and each of the pages how much unit price will be identified for it. This type of information, this sort of information, as well as you will see the access mechanisms. These are the access mechanism. That means I want to tell that the name and author name that you are seeing, I have accessed this through a print function. You will see in the output screen as well. I will show you in the output that this how these are actually working. Then you could see here k equal to 0, that means every time the loop that actually executes or works, it will print 1 2 3 4 as well in case of %d that I am indicating here, and %s will give the string, that means the name str, which means that the book name which I have shown you earlier, and as well as this %s will show the book's name, book's author, who are the writer. Now in here you need to choose an index. I will show you in the output. Next you are seeing, after choosing an index, you are deducting the index by subtracting with -1. That means you will get the index 0. If 0 and this index, the loop is working here, if it is equal, this sign indicates that it's equal to. That means if my index, suppose I have chosen an input of 1 minus 1 is 0, 0 is equal to 0, then it will access its information. In here you are seeing strcpy, that is a string copy. That means you whatever you use in this here, it's a constant character. You need to use here a constant character. This will copy into this variable, as well as in the below one, that means the below string copy. Here is also the same process. This will copy within the author variable, which are globally declared above. And the price you are seeing, that means the number of copies into unit price. That means each per pages price, or per page how much unit price you have declared or identified, this will be multiplied with the number of copies of the book, and the latest price or the final price you will get from your output screen. That means the result. In here you may see I have used flag concept. What the flag concept mean? That means I am using here flag t. This means that every time what you are accessing, every time you are uh, identifying the book name or author search, it's true in every case. That's why I have used here t as a syllable within the syllable. That means these are true. So if I declare something like this, flag is not equal to true in outside of the loop, then you will see that, sorry, unavailable book search. That means these are in here you are assigning t. This t is along with this process. That's why it will always be true for this case. But if you are outside of the loop, it will not be true, because you are assigning t within this part. But outside of the loop, if you don't declare like flag is equal to t, then this part will not be accessed inside this condition. So that's why I have declared here like this: flag is not equal to t, then it will print this statement within the console app, the execution app, sorry, unavailable book search. Next you can see I have displayed here. Previously I have told you about the linked list concept. So here if you want to display this linked list, in here you have assigned the first part of the data into new head pointer. That means it is storing the first variable's address. And in here you can see the delete function. I haven't utilized the concept of delete function here, so this is in no need. I want to go into the else part, because I want to implement the C program in a simplest way, in a simple way, or in a simplest way. How you can declare the output in a simplest way? By uh, implementing or writing the programming code in a simple way. So you can see the print function here. This will uh, print, or you will see in the output your name. It will print the name of the customer. If you are a customer, your name will be your name will be printed into the output screen, and it will be displayed into the output screen. And the linked list concept you are seeing here, as well as in this head next. That means every time it is pointing each of the node in a linked list. When you will learn linked list, you will see that every time uh, each node is pointing one another and accessing the data. uh, Accessing the data. Though the same process is happening here, these are accessing the data, and the rear point is, that means you have declared here the address of the head is not equal to rear, so that's why it will print the rear data out of the loop, and the process will get executed every time. The process will be continued every time. Next you will see the book name. This will print the book name as well as the author name, and the price of the book that I have declared earlier, unit price into number of copies of the book. In here you can see the int main function, the main function work. This again concept I will show you the again concept later in the next part, but for now I am showing this part only. This function I have declared here, it's accessing. This function set information function, this also declared here, this is also accessing. Now you can see in this statement the option, I have already declared the option in int as a data type. That means integer type value it will store in its memory space. And in this option you can see that if the option is 0, I have used here, you can see 1 and 0. This 1 indicates that if you want to purchase the book again, you will press 1 and again the process will continue. It will I will show you it in the output. The output is, you can see the final output that actually comes, it is below this script. So option equal to 0, then it will exit 0 because you are not purchasing any book again. If you want to purchase the book, then you can see a go to statement. This go to means that it will jump to the again, as again is working as an operand, and the same operation will be performed again. You will need to take input of the customer name, then the serial number of the customer. It will show the available books here. You need to choose an index like this. You need to execute the same process or the same manner again. You need to access the programming code from the beginning. This go to statement is working as the label, and you are declaring again here. This means that it will jump again into its operation. That means finally in here you can see a semicolon. This semicolon links with this print function, and again step by step, that means orderly manner, it will access all the functions. And again if you give one, it will jump again into the again as an operand, and again it will access in a similar manner. So it just we can tell that it's a similar process of loop as well. Loop is also in its inner operation the same process it actually maintains. So this is the required output you are seeing. As well as if you choose suppose an index 4 like C++ how to program, the author is Harvey Daytel, you will see the information. This will be vanishes because I have used system CLS, and a new screen will be shown here. New screen, that means the previous information will be cleared and new information will be arrived within the console app screen. You can see the information of the customer buying and what you have purchased. You are seeing here C++ how to program and Harvey Daytel. The price is 8,838.70 taka. That means 70 as paisa and 8,838 as a taka. That means the price of the book. Do you want to purchase again? You can see this option what I have declared earlier. So if you want to purchase another book, then you have to give input 1 here, That means in this uh, space you need to input 1 to purchase any book again. Then you will see the similar process that you have seen earlier. You need to again take the customer name, then the customer's serial number as well. But if you press, that means if you input 0 here, below information you will see, that means the process will return 0, and finally the console app will shut down by pressing enter or any other option or any other button. And that's how the program actually works. You can see again this code as well. You are seeing the code as well again. This is the book custody, that you are keeping all the information of the book here. So thank you for today. Hope you are all doing well within this pandemic situation. That means the COVID-19. This coronavirus is affecting all the peoples, all the uh, uh, distressed, all many people are become hopeless. Some of the peoples are being frustrated by this. Uh, by by keeping ourselves safe, and protection is our main duty. So we all will want to remain safe, we all will want to be protected from this virus. So always you should keep yourselves protection. You will keep your protection uh, ready every time. Always be safe. Remain in the home as well. If any work or important work you want to do, you may go to outside of your home uh, for uh, for the application, or for the applying in any job or anything. But do not be within the outside uh, for many time, for uh, for a long time, because in a gathering process you may be affected, or you may got you may have affected by some virus or anything. Or you may feel pain in your brain as well as in your body. So don't be too long in the outside. Always you should keep your mask within you and be safe from every danger. So thank you for today. I hope this will help you to share. This will help you to get experience from implementing this code. So through this C program, I have shown you a sample code, that means the simple way how to execute a code, and the simple way how to write a code for a bookshop. You can try this at home. I think it will be better for you. Thank you again from everyone.